Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, buenos dias, welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Not gonna lie, I am quite tired because I struggled to sleep last night for no reason at all. However, I am super excited to record today. I've got a great video planned. Just having myself un desayuno pequeño. I have got my regular breakfast wrap, which as you've seen is 2 hard scrambled eggs, bit of ketchup, light cheese in a high protein tortilla wrap. Got 110 grams of blueberries in here. We're supposed to be 100, but you know, it's fine. 200 mils of oat milk, 6 grams creatine, and 30 grams of Dubai chocolate flavored whey. Also going to be taking a vitamin D3 supplement and a essential omega-3 supplement. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that this is my breakfast pretty much every single day. Never really get bored of it. It's always something that I enjoy. Great macros and keep you going for a few hours. And it takes literally, what, 5-10 minutes to prepare in the morning. We've got a few things on the agenda today, but first off, I am starving. So let me go ahead and crush this, and then we'll discuss today's game plan. I've been really looking forward to picking up the camera this weekend. So hope you enjoy this one. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. By the way guys, I know you're all thinking, Dean, that is a sick outfit, where did you get that from? So basically I went to London for work this week. I was there for a couple of days and I was going for dinner with one of my friends, Robin, so I packed a nice outfit to wear. As you probably all know by now, I do like to look after my appearance in the form of like how I dress, etc. So I packed myself some nice chinos and a nice polo. So I got to London, had to quickly go see one of my clients, so I did that, went back to the hotel, showered, etc, started getting myself ready, and then when it came to put my outfit on, I realised I didn't pack any shoes. I was supposed to pack a nice pair of white shoes, you know, something like a basic white trainer or some Fred Perry's or something. And because of who I am as a human being, I just somehow forgot to pack shoes. Thankfully, where we were going for food was actually quite close to the Gymshark store. So I went out and potted around London in my work uniform, and I thought, let me make the most of this situation. Let me actually go and get myself a nice outfit that I can just wear. So I got myself down to the Gymshark store and I was looking for something that wasn't too like, you know, scally-ish or just like a full gym outfit, because you know I just did a massive Alphalete haul, and they had this polo in the new section which I absolutely love. I think it's amazing. It's got a nice black on black logo on it and it was only 25 quid. I was like, why would I not buy this? So I went ahead and bought this and some new Gymshark shorts just to go with it. Whole outfit cost me 55 quid and I can definitely, this is like my new favorite paddle outfit already. But anyways, in today's video we are going to be talking about how to develop resilience, and I decided on doing this topic because when I think about the personality traits that I've developed, you know, since getting myself in shape, and probably the most like life-changing ones, I'd say resilience is way up there. There's a few ways that I've developed it over the years, and I'm hoping that if I share them with you, maybe one of you will take some inspiration away from it. And one of the first things about developing resilience is that it takes the ability to do hard things consistently. Quick one in the gym this morning, just a bit of shoulder rehab work. Got a game of paddle in about half an hour, so I'm just going to head over there now. Didn't want to obviously tax my body too much, but I think it goes without saying that going to the gym and pushing yourself that way is one of the easiest ways to make sure that you're doing difficult things consistently. You saw I stepped on the InBody scanner as soon as I got there. Let me just show you the stats on the screen. This is what I've achieved in this gym since joining in the new year, and I just want to stress that it has not been easy in the slightest adjusting to this brand new kind of style of training, this new functional style of training, especially when I first started. Like literally any session that I had, I really had a hard time finishing them, because especially the cardio based finishes, etc., that we did towards the end of the sessions, I just really struggled with them. There was plenty of times where I had to go sit in the bathroom because I thought I was going to throw up, but thankfully we've come past that now. A combination of going to this gym and just dealing with it and going through the hard things and just making sure that I was in there consistently, and also playing paddle as well, like, because that's a new sport to me as well. It's only something I only started around like March, getting really into it. You've seen what the sessions look like on my channel. You've seen that it's extremely taxing, but I've stuck with that 3 times in the gym per week, around 3 times playing paddle per week, and I've got to admit right now, I probably feel the fittest I've felt in a very long time. And I really don't think that's an accident. I think that's because I've been pushing myself through doing these very hard things, making sure that I just make my days as difficult as possible. And in that sense, you build resilience, because a lot of the times you know, wake up at 4:45 in the morning when I come to the gym in the morning. A lot of the times, like, let's be honest, I don't want to be awake at that time. I don't want to be up. I'd rather just stay asleep. But you do these things that you don't necessarily want to do all the time because you know they're going to be good for you. There's no denying that that builds resilience. Speaking of paddle, I've just arrived at PDL Paddle on the Wirral. I have another competitive game today. I've started playing competitively on the Playtomic app. I think it was about time that I started doing that. The coaching sessions have been going really well, and you know, I do play fairly regularly with my friends anyways, but I figured it's time to step it up and really start playing some like randomers. I don't know their game. Creates a good opportunity for me to learn and just get better that way as well. Bit of a mixed bag of results so far, because on Playtomic, you know, you get paired with random partners unless you enter the game with somebody, which I don't do at the moment. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag of results, some very frustrating results as well. Had a really frustrating one on Thursday, but it is what it is. You've just got to learn from it and move forwards. And to be honest, that relates to the second thing that I think is super important for developing resilience, and that is just having a positive attitude and looking at the good in things, looking at the good in situations, looking at the learning outcomes. Got a couple of examples to go over with regards to, you know, having a positive attitude, and also a couple more examples when it comes to pushing yourself through difficult things. But the game starts in 15 minutes and I want to get a decent warm up in, so wish me luck.
One eternity later.
And breathe. I'm going to put my stats on the screen right there. Ended up being a tie. Bit of a frustrating one. I feel like we should have beat those guys. We won the first set quite comprehensively. Second set they won on a tiebreaker. I feel like my game got a little bit sloppy. My partner's game got a little bit sloppy. Maybe got tired or whatever. But just like I was saying earlier, got to look at the positives. We did win the first set really comfortably, and I know that us losing the second set was mainly our doing. So I know that I've got to be more switched on, especially as the game gets longer, and make sure that I just keep my head in the game. That's one of the biggest frustrations I have at the moment. I feel like I'm just not quite experienced enough in paddle to like not make so many unforced errors. But literally the only way to get rid of those is just keep on practicing, keep on playing, and build up the hours on the court. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Not only is this an opportunity for me to practice having a positive attitude, but it's also an opportunity to practice consistently doing hard things. Anyone who knows me will know that I'm wildly competitive and I hate losing, and unfortunately in paddle recently I feel like I've done a fair amount of losing. But mark my words, it is not going to stay that way. Anyways, time to get home and get this next meal in. So I don't think I've made it any secret how much I'm really loving this car, but let me show you something that happened last weekend. Well, I think it happened last weekend that kind of got under my skin a little bit. See this? See this right here? This is a dent and a ding from where someone has obviously been parked close to me. They've opened their door without a care in the world, and they've just twatted the side of my car. Not taking any ownership whatsoever. They have not done anything to, you know, kind of like leave details or whatever. So now I've got this on my car, and I am not leaving that in any way, shape or form. Me personally, I really don't understand how someone can do that to someone's car and just like not do anything about it, but that is just me. I've got a quote from this guy who is named the Dent Genie, who is coming next Saturday to fix it for me. It's been a super expensive month and there's been many frustrations. You know, someone wise once told me that there's literally nothing you can't solve with a positive attitude and more money. I'm a big Subway guy. It is pretty much my go-to option when I want something when I'm eating out. To me, it's just such an easy way to get a full meal in a sandwich. Plenty of protein, you get some veggies on there. My go-to order is a foot-long double turkey on normal Italian bread. Loads of salad on there, light mayo, and sweet onion sauce. I get the Chipotle Southwest sometimes if I want a bit more spice, but I get jalapenos on the sandwich anyways. I'm like drooling. I'm so hungry after that game of paddle. Also, even when I have meals like this, I still track it on MyFitnessPal. Like, this easily fits into today's macros. With a breakfast from earlier and this, I've still got 1,200 calories left for the day, so still plenty to go. But that is another thing about building resilience. Even something as simple as eating in a certain way. At this stage, I'm just so used to eating this way, trying to hit a protein and calorie goal, trying to fuel myself so I can actually build muscle and lose fat. And this year in particular, it's definitely taken a turn for the better, because I've definitely introduced a lot more single ingredient whole foods. Not that this is a great example, but especially if you're trying to hit like some kind of physical goal. Like, let's be honest, there's so many temptations everywhere you look these days. If you're in the office, someone's probably bought some biscuits or cake or whatever. If you work somewhere like in a hospital in the NHS, like, people are always bringing in gifts for the staff. If you have a super long day at work, or if you're out late and you drive past all these food places, you're going to be tempted. Even if you're at home and you buy too many treats in the food shop, you're just going to be tempted all the time. These are the kind of things you really have to watch out for, because it all adds up. But if you can stick to a plan regardless of all of that temptation, you're on a great track with building resilience for yourself. Anyways, that's enough random spiel. I'm about to crush this, and then I'll catch up with these after. Alright, so some time has elapsed. I've done a nice deep clean of my space, and I've got got a shower, so I'm feeling nice and fresh. Time is now 7:30, and honestly, I'm going to wrap up this video and get myself to bed. But before I do, there's a third point when it comes to developing resilience that I think it's definitely worth speaking about. And I think it definitely follows on from the theme of doing hard things consistently and keeping a positive attitude about everything. And that is that you just got to keep moving regardless of what's in front of you. And I think the inspiration for this video in general really came up because of, you know, what's been happening this month. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that every week I post like a recap of what's happened through the week. And you'll see that it's filled with all the things that I love doing the most. You'll see stuff from the gym, you'll see stuff from paddle, you see lots of good food, you'll see snippets of what I'm doing content-wise, both YouTube and Instagram. You'll see me traveling and being social with friends, you'll see me going to events with new people. You'll see the stats of how YouTube is just improving week on week. And on the surface, I know what that looks like. It's easy to think that, yeah, everything's going plain sailing, absolutely smashing it. But I don't want to create any illusions because social media ultimately is not real. We're all still human beings at the end of the day, and that means that no matter how great it looks like things are going right now, that doesn't mean that I don't have stresses, that I don't have things on my mind. Because this month I definitely have had those things. I've been dealing with stress and things on my mind. I've been dealing with that stupid dent in my car. I've been doing my best to put myself out there and put myself in new, sometimes scary situations. There's been a lot of long days. Sometimes things have been appearing to move in the right direction, then all of a sudden they're not, and I can't quite figure out why. And let's be honest, we all have those things to deal with. But if, despite all of those things that life throws at you, you can find a way to move the needle forwards, even if it's just a tiny small step each day, if you can keep embracing the difficult things, if you can still, despite everything, maintain a positive attitude, I think that is a very good sign that you have mastered the art of resilience. Because for me, that really does sum up resilience, you know, moving forwards in spite of what's in front of you, in spite of everything that might be trying to stop you from moving forwards. It's been a real test for me this month, but I am really proud of how I've done. But again, I'm under no illusions that the work is just getting started and there's plenty more to be done. And I really hope that if you've been finding yourself in a bit of a tough spot, or if you can relate to anything I've been saying, then I hope that this video serves as a good reminder for you to keep moving forward regardless every day. I'm going to keep on creating this content in the hope that it has a positive impact on someone somewhere, and hopefully also along the way you get a few laughs out of it, and hopefully you'll stick around to see what we can create here. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I would like to thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Have an amazing bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.